Have you ever just stopped and wondered how the world around you is getting, well, smarter, How physical spaces are starting to feel like they almost know what you need right when you need it. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the invisible networks that are making our world feel truly intelligent and responsive.
Okay, let's just dive right in with a scene that I'm sure we've all experienced. You're walking past a store, let's say a 7-Eleven, and boom, a notification pops up on your phone. Buy one, get one free. It feels like magic, doesn't it? But it's not magic. It is some seriously precise technology. So how does your phone really know you're right there at that exact second?
The answer to that question gets at this massive challenge that businesses have been chasing for years: how to deliver the right ad at the right time in the right place. Getting that combo perfect has basically been the holy grail of advertising.
For a long time, the tools for this have been, well, kind of clumsy. Think about things like geofencing. Sure, it knows you're in the general neighborhood, but it has no idea if you're standing right in front of the coffee machine or just driving by 2 blocks away. And that lack of precision, it just leads to missed chances and, let's be honest, a lot of really annoying, useless notifications for us.
And this is exactly where a company called VitaNet comes into the picture. They looked at this whole problem of imprecision and developed a genuine breakthrough, a solution that goes way beyond just knowing your general location to create truly high-precision, interactive smart spaces. So what's their secret sauce? Well, it all comes down to taking the humble beacon and completely re-engineering it. We're talking about a major leap forward from the kind of traditional systems you might have heard of.
Okay, so here's the core difference, and it's a big one. Think of old beacons like a lighthouse. They just stand there, shouting a signal out into the dark over and over, hoping a phone happens to notice. VitaNet's system, it's not shouting, it's having a conversation. It's a smart, two-way communication system that gives you this incredibly precise control over distance.
And here's what the pieces of that conversation look like. Over on the left, you've got the hardware. That's the VitaNet station. That's the smart device. And on the right, you see the result of its work, a perfectly timed, super relevant offer delivered right to an app. This thing is the bridge between the physical world and the digital one.
All right, so let's break down the first part of their solution. It's a system they call AccuNotify, and it's built to do one thing absolutely perfectly: deliver that notification at the exact perfect moment.
The process itself is surprisingly elegant and super fast. So first, a little piece of software inside the store's app on your phone, it's called an SDK. It detects that you've just entered the super precisely defined range of a VitaNet station. The second that happens, it shoots off a request for content. The central system, the station manager, instantly fires back the right ad, and your phone's app shows it as that little notification we saw earlier. It all happens in a blink.
And the amount of control this gives businesses is just incredible. Using something called an ad manager, they can schedule totally different campaigns for different times of day. A coffee coupon in the morning, a lunch deal in the afternoon. They can even change where the ad sends you on the fly, deciding if a tap takes you into their app, to a web page, or maybe even to a video.
But here is the real game changer. And it's something advertisers have literally only dreamed of doing in physical stores. For the first time ever, this system gives you true digital-style performance analytics for a physical space.
I mean, just look at this. For the first time, a business can see detailed reports showing not just how many people saw an ad, that's the impressions, but how many people actually tapped on it, the click-through rate, and they can see it for each individual station. This means they could finally run A/B tests in the real world. Is the coffee ad more effective by the front door or over by the donuts? Now they can actually know for sure.
So this all sounds amazing, right? But wait a second. A little alarm bell might be going off in your head. If this whole thing relies on a radio signal, what's to stop some bad actor from creating a fake beacon, copying that signal, and blasting out scammy ads or malicious links? What makes this whole thing secure?
And that brings us to the second, and you could argue the most advanced part of VitaNet's whole solution. It is all about securing that digital handshake between your phone and the station.
The core idea here is something called mutual authentication. Honestly, the best way to picture it is like a secret handshake. It's not enough for you to know the handshake, the other person has to know it too. And you both have to prove it to each other at the exact same time. That's what VitaNet's CloudAuth API makes possible.
To pull this off, the system actually switches gears for a moment. Once your phone is in range, the VitaNet station temporarily activates its Bluetooth Low Energy, or BLE, capability. This is what opens up that secure, two-way channel that's needed to perform the digital handshake.
So here's how that secure handshake actually goes down. Your phone's app doesn't just ask for an ad, it also requests an authentication key. The system then generates a totally unique one-time use key and sends it to both your phone and that specific VitaNet station. The two devices then use that shared secret to prove their identities to each other over Bluetooth. Once they both confirm, the interaction is verified as secure.
And the payoff for all this is huge. This whole process of mutual authentication completely eliminates the risk of signal spoofing. A fake beacon won't have that one-time secret key from the cloud, so the handshake will just fail. Your phone will know not to trust it. It guarantees every single interaction is legitimate. So when you combine these two things, this ultra-precise location awareness and this absolutely rock-solid security, you get something that is so much bigger than just sending coupons. You get the actual foundation for the future of smart spaces. I mean, just think about the possibilities here. This isn't just about ads anymore. This is about smooth, secure, personal authentication. Imagine walking into your office and your computer just logs in for you. It enables all kinds of secure, location-based services, creating truly personalized experiences in stores, and even lets businesses A/B test the physical layout of their store, just like they do with a website.
So let's bring it all the way back to where we started. That 7-Eleven notification, it's not just a coupon. It's really the first step in a completely personalized and secure journey inside that store. It's a system that knows you're there, knows it can trust you, and can start tailoring the environment to what you need in that exact moment.